Now, D-U-Z, does, brings you the Goldbergs.
You? Is anybody?
There's Molly, folks. That means your friends the Goldbergs are here. Brought to you by Does, the new kind of soap that does everything in your wash. Let's see. 5'2", eyes of blue. Say there, lady, I've been looking for you.
Me?
Uh-huh. Aren't you a lady who didn't
what?
Didn't know Does is best. That Does, D-U-Z, does everything in your wash.
I didn't, not so long ago. And what a time wash day was then. I never could get my husband's work pants clean without scrubbing them to pieces. And my towels always looked so dingy. And my nice rayons. Well, the less said about the colors, the better.
High time you changed from a lady who didn't to a lady who does. Because Does, the new kind of soap, does best. It does everything in your wash. It gives you unsurpassed whiteness for towels, unbeaten suds for getting work clothes clean, plus greater safety for the nice colors you wash.
I learned all that mighty quick. Why, first time I does those work pants, I knew my hard scrubbing days were over.
Sure, Does can't be beat for cleaning power.
And when I saw what Does does for towels, I said, that's what I call a really white.
Of course. No soap made washes whiter than Does.
Does leaves my pretty colors brighter, too.
Sure, it's actually safer for colors. You see, ladies, Does really does everything. It's the soap that's been proved best. Yes, in actual comparisons with 25 different wash day soaps, Does beat 'em all with its amazing combination of white washes, suds for cleaning, and safety to colors. So be a lady who does. You'll find Does does best. Does does everything. Does invite you to visit the Goldbergs. Being away from home has its advantages, and among them are those moments during the return journey when familiar landmarks suddenly appear on the horizon. Here a road sign, there a silo, and then way over, a neighbor's farmhouse. As Molly and Rosie watch the countryside grow familiar, both experience the same quickness of breath, the same joyous anticipation of home. And as usual with Molly, her feelings overflow into words. Listen.
Rosa, you want to wash up? So turn on, let me turn on the speaker for you. Be careful, don't spoil yourself. Hold on, the train is going very speedily, dear. Hold on. So wash. Rosa, did you tell Uncle David where we are, huh?
Uh-huh.
You did? What, Rosalie?
I did, Mom.
Uh-huh. You said we went to the washroom?
I did, Mom.
Yeah. Wait, I'll get you a towel.
Yeah, please.
I can reach it. Wait, darling. Wait, dear. Wait, darling. Here, my dear.
Thanks,
Here,
Mom.
my dear. Oh, the countryside looks so familiar already, darling.
Uh-huh.
Huh? Be careful. Oh, open your neck. You'll wet your blouse if you're washing your face.
It's all right, Mom.
Be careful. Why is it all right? You got soap already on you?
No, I'm finished now.
All right, wait. Stand.
Yeah.
Stand, let me help you. Look, you got soap all over you. Let me wipe you. Turn.
Hey, I'm all right,
Turn,
Mom.
let me wipe you.
Sure.
All right. Now hold the speaker for me, darling. I don't like the water to run in the bowl. I like to wash myself in fresh running water. So hold it down. Well, I'll wash myself. Don't run unless you hold it right, darling. Hold it right. Hold it. Oh, that's right. That's right, darling. So, where did the soap disappear?
Here, Mom.
Oh, such a splinter of a piece of soap.
Uh-huh.
Hold. I wonder who'll be in the station to meet me.
Oh, Birdie and Seymour.
Yeah. And the child, no question.
Uh-huh.
Wait to see a familiar face already. And faces. The only good thing about going away from home is coming back. Home is always the horizon, darling. Home is always where the blue begins. Remember that story you read me once? Where the blue begins?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Oh,
Look out, Ma, you're splashing.
I'm sorry. I splashed you.
That's all right.
I'm sorry, darling. Excuse me. I'll have to write to family that we're home. The towel over the darling. Oh,
here.
Towel quickly. I
Here, Mom.
just open my eyes. Quickly, dear. Quickly. Here. I want to see the child already. Who in the village knows enough Spanish to understand what the child is saying? I'll have to learn how to speak Spanish.
Amadeo, you'll learn how to speak English before you learn Spanish, Mom.
I have no doubt. A young mind.
Oh, I didn't mean that. Mine meant...
It's all right, darling. It's all right. You're right. Who learns like a child learns? I'd like to know already under what circumstances he came from Mexico.
What do you mean, Ma?
I mean, hold my hairpin, Rosalie, darling. Yes?
You're going to take
Hold
your
my
hair down?
hairpins. Of course. How can I get off the train looking like this? I don't want the child to think his Aunt Molly or his cousin Molly is a witch with strangling hair or something or other, a witch. What was I saying, darling?
What the circumstances
yes,
were.
I'd like to know which circumstances Amadeo is home in Glastonbury. Send the child alone from Mexico. I don't know if I'm the legalized guardian or if I'm adopted legalized parent of the child or what.
I guess Pop will take care of all that, Ma.
Evidently. One hairpin, Rosalie, dear, yes, please. Evidently, Pop will find out about all the legal matters. Maybe it was just as well that Papa went to Mexico. Even though the child came, well, Papa went. Another hairpin, darling. Yeah, another hairpin. My hair is getting so straggly from the changing climate. I have to get myself poimanized. Well, I'll have to see the principal of the school in Glastonbury. The child will have to go to school. Oh, it'll be good to take a child by the hand and walk into school again. Oh, Rosalie. It'll be like living all over again. Another hairpin, darling, is out. Yes, please. I think I'll give Amadeo Samuel's room.
Birdie didn't rent it.
She didn't rent those rooms. She didn't rent. She only rented the spare room, and she rented the 2 garret rooms she rented. How many more stops do we have, darling?
We still have about an hour, Ma.
Oh. Well, this will be the longest hour of the whole trip. Give me another hairpin, darling.
Here, Ma. Here.
Stick the ends in my hand. Put it down there.
Seymour, that's not the train, is it?
No, it'll be at least an hour before the train gets in.
What are you doing? Why don't you come here and help me?
What?
Come here and help me.
First you told me to amuse the kid, now you tell me...
Where is he?
Inside.
What are you doing?
Making faces.
What do you mean?
Just what I said, making faces. We're seeing who can make the funniest face.
Is that the best you can do?
Yes.
Why don't you try to teach him a few English words so he can at least communicate something to Mrs. Goldberg when she gets here?
You taught him a word. That'll do wonders for him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
You see that?
All right. Don't bother me, Seymour. If Mrs. Goldberg walks into this house looking the way it does...
Well, you had no right to rent rooms in her house.
I consulted her, didn't I?
Yeah, but she set up you garret rooms. You rented every room in the house. Where are they going to sleep when they get here? That's all I want to know.
What do you think I came over here for?
To clean up, you said.
Ouch.
Now what happened?
Oh, my best nail. It just broke right off. Seymour, don't stand there. Take this dust rag and dust.
Well, wait till I get the kid in here. Amadeo! Amadeo! What are you doing?
Thinking.
You better think fast. Amadeo, come here.
Okay. Oh, you see, that's going to get me so nervous, that okay.
Okay.
No, Amadeo. Okay is not a word. There are only 2 letters.
Yo no sé lo que usted dice. Cuando vaya a la escuela le podré hablar, pero ahora no sé nada más que okay.
Oh, all right, Amadeo. You're a very lovely child, but just sit down, dear. I wonder if he's hungry. I don't even know how to ask him if he's hungry. There must be something very wrong with our educational system.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, everybody should know every language that's spoken in this world. And believe me, Seymour, that's the only way there'll ever be lasting peace. That's my opinion.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll all have to learn Esperanto.
I don't care what it is. If there are only sounds and syllables whereby we can communicate as one people.
Oh, and that'll solve everything, huh?
Well, it should.
Mm-hmm. But don't worry, it won't.
That's your opinion.
We speak the same language, don't we?
So?
Let's not go into it.
Oh, believe me, Seymour, I don't know who you take after.
Not you.
Not Papa and not Mama either. A sweeter man than your father never lived. And Mama, well, if there was ever an angel on earth.
Oh, and you're just like Mama, huh?
Yes, exactly. And what do you think of that?
All right, why should I hurt your feelings?
Well, don't. Just go and call Teresa Fernandez and ask if she'd please come over and get an interpreter until this child gets a longer vocabulary. Please.
Okay.
You see who's teaching him to act that expression now?
It's not an expression.
Well, thank you, Mr. Webster. I have your dictionary home. I don't need free samples. Well, go now and call Teresa while I'm figuring these rooms over again.
Oh, all right, I'll call.
No, wait a second.
Well, for goodness sakes, make up your mind.
Don't bark at me like an angry seal, Seymour. Help me check over the rumors first. I want to make sure.
Make sure of what?
Maybe I can find room or put two of them together.
Here we go again.
Seymour Fingerhood, right now I don't even have the inclination to argue with you.
All right. Go on. What?
Who's in Mrs. Goldberg's bed?
Cliff Anderson's daughter is in Mrs. Goldberg's bedroom. Should I chase her out? She paid up until the end of the month. You want me to dispossess her?
And in Rosie's bedroom, there's that old Shakespearean actor.
Yeah, that him.
Some appreciation for the better things in life. In a person like you, one wouldn't expect to find appreciation of real art,
If
Seymour.
I didn't have a hole in my sleeve, I'd laugh right up my sleeve.
And in Sammy's room?
The old maid.
For everyone a title, huh?
Well, what is she then? Betty Grable? That red hair comes right out of a red ink bottle.
I didn't ask you to psychoanalyze the people in the house, Seymour. I'm only trying to get an accounting.
So go ahead, account.
That leaves only Uncle David's bedroom.
And Chester Thurble is in Uncle David's bedroom.
That's all the rooms. So what does that leave for the Goldbergs?
The coal bin, the kitchen, and the barn.
Seymour.
You asked the question.
What kind of an answer is that?
A truthful one.
What am I going to do?
Build an extension.
Well, Amadeo must certainly be getting an odd impression of his American friends. No one as yet has been able to find out why he came up alone. Perhaps Teresa Fernandez can discover the reason. You know, sometimes the answer to a difficult problem is right at our fingertips. That's what Mrs. Lindsay discovered. You see, she needed a soap for dishes one day, and she remembered that box of Does in her laundry. So she said,
I heard Does is best. I know it does everything in my wash. Wonder what it does in the dishpan.
and that's when Mrs. Lindsay discovered Does does everything for dishes, too. She found Does make suds that stand up till the last dish is done. In fact, this new kind of soap burst into suds the instant water touched it. Mrs. Lindsay was truly surprised.
What do you know? The way those suds last, I won't have to keep adding more soap.
Then, when she tackled those frying pans, she noticed Does really gives fast action on grease.
Say, look at Does whiz through that grease. There's no hard scouring.
And when the dishes were Does, Mrs. Lindsay looked at her hands.
My Does leaves my hands nice and soft.
Sure, Does is kinder to hands than any other leading wash day soap. I tell you, when you Does your dishes, you'll find Does does best. In the dishpan, too, Does does everything. Be sure to listen to the next episode of The Goldbergs, written for you by Gertrude Berg and brought to you by DUZ, Does. Birdie finds herself face to face with a dilemma, a four-headed dilemma. This is Clayton Collier saying good day for the makers of Does, the soap that does everything in your wash. More than ever, our government needs used fat. More than ever, you need Red Points. Save used fat. Get 2 points per pound. Now...